Hello everyone, this is Anisha Sharma, intern at LexClick and Company. I'm also a fourth year student at Modi University. The current video is related to a remark by the Madhya Pradesh High Court to the state legislation. Also, disclaimer for the video: this video does not solicitate or promote any kind of advertisement for the firm, and it is only for educational purpose and in accordance with the rules as stated by the Bar Council of India. So, in the present case, the Madhya Pradesh High Court has stated that the state legislation has still not learnt any lesson from the Nirbhaya case. And with this, the court has denied bail to the accused of rape. The court stated that this court really wonders as to how many Nirbhayas the country would have to sacrifice. And also the court stated that the laws that are enforced in the countries need to be more stringent and to penalize the juvenile who commits rape, and stated that nothing that the present laws is inadequate to deal with the heinous offense committed by persons below 16 years of age. There was a single judge bench, and the bench stated that the Nirbhaya incident of 2012, in which a 23-year-old woman was gang raped and murdered in Delhi. One of the accused in the Nirbhaya case was a 17-year-old who was a juvenile as per the laws that were in force. He escaped the hard punishment due to the same lack of legislation during that time. It had led to changes in the Juvenile Act of 2015, but children below 16 years still continue to be tried as juvenile in conflict with law. This court is also at pains to observe that the legislature has still not learned any lesson from the Nirbhaya case, as the age of children is still kept below 16 years for heinous offence under section 15 of the Act of 2015, giving a free hand to the delinquents under the age of 16 years to commit heinous offence. This is what was stated by the High Court. The court was hearing a revision petition for a 15-year-old boy seeking bail in a rape case. So the court, while declining the plea, observed that despite committing a heinous crime, the petitioner would be tried as a juvenile only because he is less than 16 years as provided under section 15 of the 2015 Act. It wondered as to how many Nirbhaya would suffer before the legislation wakes up. Apparently, the present law to deal with such case is totally inadequate and ill-equipped, and this court really wonders as to how many Nirbhaya would require to be sacrificed to shake the conscience of the lawmakers in the country. This is the line that was quoted by the court. The case was against a boy who had committed rape of a minor girl aged 10 to 11 years. The victim has also complained that it was the second that such incidents of the boy, this was the second incident when the boy was doing the offence. A case was registered under section 342, 376, 2N, section 506 and section 376 AB of the IPC 1860, and also under section 5M, read with section 6 of Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act of 2012. The petition was lodged in a child welfare home. The principal magistrate of the Juvenile Justice Board has dismissed his plea for bail, and the same was confirmed by the session judge. This led to the appearance of the victim in the High Court, and the counsel for the petitioner stated that none of the ingredients of section 12 of the Juvenile Act of 2015 are satisfied in the present case, as there is no evidence of material on record that the petitioner is released on bail. He is likely to come in contact with a known criminal, or in the event of his release he would expose himself to moral, psychological or physical danger, and his release on bail would defeat the end of justice. The counsel for the state opposed the petitioner's submission on the ground that the offence was of grievous nature and the plea should be dismissed. The court observed that in her statement recorded under section 161 of the CRPC, he had alleged that the petitioner had also raped her around 3 days ago before the present incident. He has also threatened her of dire consequences if she discloses the incidents to any person. The court also recorded the seriousness of the injuries caused to the victim. The court therefore ruled that it was a fit case of refusal for bail. Thank you.